Welcome to 2022, new year, better me. We're counting it down to CookieFest, which is in 6 to 7 weeks. And I'm just on my way to get that better bod. So we're gonna talk about that. But first, we gotta do progress photos. We gotta do a weigh-in. So let's go. 147.9. I'm gonna go over my goals next. So I'll tell you a little bit about weight goal for me and what that's gonna look like. But for you guys at home, if you are doing this with me, alongside me, maybe you're doing the 6-week challenge as well that starts on the 10th. I weigh in the morning after using the restroom. I barely drink anything. And if I can keep that consistent across time, then it's a true measure of like progress or true measure of weight. So we're using weight as just one variable to look at for progress, but the other thing we're gonna look at is how I'm feeling in clothing and then the progress photo comparison. Highly encourage you guys to take progress photos at home because you're going to compare them, and that's where you'll see the most difference, even if you don't feel it. So energy wise, I'm feeling great this week. As far as clothing goes, I feel like everything's fitting well. I do feel the need to always kind of cover up my lower stomach with high-waisted. So thankfully high-waisted is in right now. And then somewhere where I want to start seeing a difference is like my arms and my back, even though there's no way to like target fat loss in a specific area. I'm gonna go put Letty down for a nap and then I have a meeting, so let's go. I am in the middle of this motive meeting, but to go over at least my weight goal, physique goal. My weight goal isn't really that specific. Sure, I'd like to see a little bit of loss on the scale, but something that I want to encourage you about at home as well is you can have a weight goal, that's fine, but I highly encourage a physique goal as well. So some people at if they had a weight goal of 135, let's say, they get there and they don't really like the way they look. They liked themselves a little bit fuller at 142, let's say. And so physique goal and how you're feeling and energy levels and how your clothes feel, how you're looking in progress photos, like that is way more important than any number on the scale. The weight on the scale is just a tool. You can, measure progress. I would say it's about 10% important. So for me, sure, I weigh 148 right now, let's say, and 142 might be the goal. But even more than that, what I want to see is a little bit more toning in my shoulders and arms, a little bit like how I used to be. And then my lower stomach, just seeing if I can get rid of a little bit of that. And then improvement in my legs, hips area. So it is an overall fat loss goal. And I really would say that's smart for you to think about at home too, because you can't spot treat fat loss. So that is overall physique goal, and I do have food goals, but I gotta get back in this meeting, so I'll see you in a couple minutes. Having a little afternoon snack before I work out. I have some protein cookie butter, these mini pitas, which have really great macros if you can find the little ones or big ones, but I digress. Let's go over food goals. I am pretty satisfied with where I'm at physically, emotionally, mentally, especially being postpartum. I'm almost 10 months postpartum. There's just like some fine tuning that I wanna do. And I talked about my body goals, physique goals. So alongside that comes food. I have been really flexible with my food intake for the last 2 years. I have not tracked for a really long time unless I've just kind of tracked for a couple days just to see how much I'm eating. So that is one goal that I have for myself regarding food intake. I want to start tracking my macros again and have some numbers to hit. So this goal, or this week being my first week, and this is something I'll suggest to you guys at home, start tracking your macros. I use MyFitnessPal. You can look at our other videos for more directions on how to track. a couple of your normal days of eating just to see where you're at for protein, carbs, and fat. And then you can kind of create your macros from there. So that's what I'm doing this week to help prepare for next week, which is the start of the challenge. So I'm starting like a week ahead, but just kind of gathering where I want my macros to be. Because I have been so flexible with my food intake, tracking macros and actually being calculated about it is something that is going to help me progress just this last little bit. This is what I'm doing currently, and maybe it might look different for you based on your history. So historically, it's gonna help to know a little bit about where I came from. So let's go over that. From the time I was 18 to 25, I did CrossFit, and I did that competitively. I did a year of Olympic lifting. I coached, and so I was very into that. And then when I was 25, I met Brad, and he is more of a bodybuilder. So I started kind of combining CrossFit and bodybuilding. And then over the next like 2 years, I kind of transitioned out of CrossFit and did more bodybuilding style workouts. I also learned how to track my macros. I had tried all these different diets during CrossFit and nothing got me the physique that I wanted. So tracking macros, finally, I was like happy with what I'm eating. I was happy about my physique. So tracked my macros for 2 or 3 years and then slowly transitioned out of that, especially as I got pregnant and into postpartum. I was just, ready to be done. It's a great tool, so now we're back there. So if I could make one suggestion to you guys, it is to be calculated with your food intake if you're trying to reach a goal, and tracking macros is a great way to do that just because it allows you to be flexible with the food items that you're eating. You can eat what you want as long as it fits your numbers. This protein cookie butter, so good for a sweet treat, high protein, less fat than peanut butter. You can use discount code Aubrie if you want on fatandweirdcookie.com. But now that I have my snack in, it's time to go work out. Let's go. We're back, done with my workout. It was a really quick arm workout. As far as workouts go, I think my goal is really just to get in 4 days. So Monday through Thursday I have childcare, so for sure I can get my workouts in. Do you like this? For sure I can get my workouts in, and then I want to incorporate glutes once or twice a week, and just start to really see toned arms again, which will come with the fat loss. So just for you guys at home, there's no way to target fat loss. Just remember that. Just work on overall fat loss through caloric deficit and expending your energy through working out. Right now I'm going to make myself a protein shake. So I'm having PE Science. This is vegan, and I like the peanut butter delights, and then I mix it with this Reds powder, get a little nutrition in there. It's like a PB&J protein shake. But that is the end of our video. I hope this inspires you to get back at it 2022, especially if you are postpartum like me. And if you have questions about your journey, about where you should start, maybe questions that I can answer in the future videos, because we're gonna be doing these every single week, just comment below. Subscribe if you haven't. I would love that. It would mean a lot to me, and you wouldn't miss out on future videos. Share this with someone. Like this video if you love Letty, and you're worth it.